Hello and happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend. I hope that if you saw the live from yesterday on the neck stretches, that they helped, and hopefully you did them a few more times as long as it was working for you, of course. We did get some really good feedback from that, and I'm so glad that that was helpful. I'm actually still doing that today, just from where I got myself all tensed up and then adjusted the workout just a little bit today. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. I know that's going to make it worse, So adapt and overcome, guys. All right, so I forgot what I even called the video now, but about tracking and logging and why it is so useful. And I have my notes, so I will kind of look past you guys a little bit just to make sure that I stay on track here. So when I talk about logging and tracking things, this is anything. Now, I don't encourage anyone to just sit and go through their life writing down absolutely everything unless that's serving you and not taking away from your quality of life. Then that's fine. But I wanted to just throw out some examples around things that we talk about here at Viking Vitality, and then this can apply to anything like tracking and logging. What has happened is super helpful for adjusting your present so that you can transform your future. Okay, so talking about logging your food. All right. You may have heard the phrase, if you bite it, you write it. If you drink it, you ink it. I heard that from Coach Amy years ago, and that was some good stuff. She was right on with it. And it's kind of a good reminder to whatever you bite and whatever you drink, ink it or write it. Because we can forget what we eat. I've had it happen to me on like a food prep day or something like that, especially if there was a little leftover of something I'd have it and then I'd keep working and then I'd eat everything like normal throughout the day. And at that time, I was counting my calories and stuff and I'd lose track. I forget, oh my God, I did eat that, or hey, we're on vacation, or hey, it's the weekend, I might have some ice cream, da 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 da, and then you forget about it later and you have ice cream or something again, or then something else the next day, and you kind of forget, oh, well, I already gave myself, I already had that one treat that I wanted to have, and now I've accidentally had two or three or five or whatever. Um, so there is that. And then tracking foods can also be really helpful with um, figuring out if there are foods that are causing like inflammation, brain fog, digestive issues, fatigue, poor sleep, like dreams. Maybe you're eating something in the evening that's giving you weird dreams, or you're eating too late for your body um, that you're digesting while you're sleeping, and your brain's not real crazy about it. Um, or you may notice, hey, these foods are actually giving me really high performance. You may have gone throughout your day, you may have adjusted your dinner, added a few more like fats to it or something, and the next day when you go to the gym, be like, hey, this actually worked. Let me, see if I can repeat this. Okay. Then we have things like exercise. You want to record your exercises. Whether you lift, if you do hit. Now, obviously, if you do like a hit class at a boot camp or something like that, it's going to be a little harder. But you could always take a shot of the workout for that day and then maybe notate later, you know, hey, I used 15s when we did curls this time and I made it all the way through the 60 seconds or whatever it is for you. Um, and then with that or with lifting, then you know what weight you'll be using, so you'll know what to warm up with, um, and then where you are, so that when you dive into the actual sets, your weight isn't too low or too high. Now, of course, if you go into the weight that you had before and your body's not feeling it that day, obviously please adjust, But then you're not like, oh, okay, well, I did 15s last time, but I don't remember that. So let me grab these eights. Meanwhile, you're way behind on what you could be doing. You know what I mean? Um, and then while you're tracking your reps and stuff, you can notate, okay, I actually need to go to a lower weight because I'm not getting to the rep range that I intended. Or, hey, I'm hitting this rep range with no problem with this weight. I obviously need to go higher. All right, so there is some things there. And then let's see, let's mix it up a little bit. Okay, so like journaling. I know we talked about this the other day and how journaling is awesome. Something we'll call it fun about journaling, is that you can see how things and how you change over time. Like you may look back and be like, wow, I was so angry back then. Um, and it's one of those things where you can examine the past, and that's really helpful to opening your eyes here in the future. And I live by the examine the past, but live in the now. Right. So if there's old drama and things like that, be like, oh man, I was so different than I've grown, and that's so great. Or I'm glad that X, Y, and Z happened, or that I started, whatever. Um, and then we're diving into measurements and pictures. So again, this is around our fitness here. Um, and I say this because you won't see it. Like if you are just kind of not doing anything, sometimes even if all you're doing is weighing yourself, you may see number changes, but you won't see it. And it can be surprising when you see the difference in like a random picture that somebody takes, or you're on vacation and you get your picture taken and you post it up on Facebook. You're like, wow, I look so different either one way or the other than you thought that you looked. Um, so it's really vital for this, to keep tabs on, to keep, all right, phew, I got it. Waha. So that you can keep tabs on what is and isn't working when you are working towards a goal, whether you're lifting and you're doing your nutrition, or you're just kind of trying to make good choices and you're doing yoga every day, or whatever it is. Um, and then when you know what is and isn't working, you can adjust. And then another really big thing, and I think it's honestly just as important as being able to adjust, is that if it is working, it's working, and you know that it's working. Like the scale's not moving, but hey, you drop 2 inches in your waist, or whatever. You're like, yeah, you know. You're dropping clothes size. All of a sudden, your pants don't fit, and I know everybody kind of both loves and hates that. But it's a good problem to have. We like to say. Extra tidbit on that: if you are tracking measurements and pictures, I encourage, like honestly, 4 weeks to see a good change. Now, if you're working with another coach, or you have a very specific thing going on, do what you need to do. But if you're just in the general weight loss thing, maybe weighing in once a week, make sure things are going in the right direction. And then, I do measurements and pictures every 4 weeks typically. So extra tidbit in there for you. But yeah, guys, just logging things is kind of like, well, did this work? You can do it with your work too. Like, is this making us money, or is this doing this, or this doing that? But taking stock of things and working with it so that you know how to adjust, you walk into things powerfully. Um, and yeah, I mean that's kind of it, guys. Like I said, I don't encourage logging your entire life unless that's working for you and it's not interrupting your quality of life. Then that's cool. Um, but yeah, examine the past so that you can live in the now and then adjust the future as needed. So yeah, friends, there we go. Let's go. Okay, so I am done for today. Um, if you have any questions, comments, anything, put them below. If this was helpful, please share it, like, love, all the things. I appreciate you guys as always, and I hope this was helpful. If there's anything you want to see, please let me know that as well, either below, or you can shoot me a message directly. This is Coach Beth at Viking Vitality, helping people live powerful and pain-free lives, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.